What's going on, guys? MitchCactus here, coming back with another huge new Forza Horizon 5 duplication glitch. And of course, guys, just before we get started, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe. Only takes 3 seconds, helps in a bunch, and will of course keep you updated for any glitches related to the post patch and just general Forza Horizon 5 tutorials, giveaways, and methods. Now, I'll just explain it very briefly. I don't want to waste your guys' time, but the first thing, or what this is actually related to, is the car collection screen. Now, as I'm sure a lot of you might know, recently there was a car collection glitch where you could use this screen to be able to buy rare cars that were normally not accessible through purchasing. That was patched, but this is another pretty crazy method. Now, just to briefly explain how it works, there are 8 manufacturers with car prizes as their rewards for collecting every car within that manufacturing group. As you guys can see, Lamborghini is one, Mercedes-Benz is another, Porsche is another, Ferrari, Mclaren, BMW, Nissan, and Corvette. So for example, guys, when you collect every single car in a collection, you'll actually get one prize car. Now, in order to get these full collections, you'll usually need at least 1 to 2 fairly rare cars. For example, in BMW, there was one car I needed to buy beforehand, which was the M4 GTS. This was quite hard to get on the auction house. However, for other ones, it's a lot easier. For example, with McLaren, it's very straightforward, and I'll go ahead and show this as the video goes on. But pretty much, it's just one car you guys need that is actually considered properly rare. The rest can easily be bought with money you'll get from doing other glitches. Now, you can get these rare cars and resell them for millions of credits, but now I'm just going to get straight into how the process works. So pretty much, guys, you can see these are 2 cars that I actually needed to complete the rare aspect of my collection. The rest of the cars could easily just be bought out. So in BMW, I go ahead and buy every single car, and you need to do this in one process. So every single car I just went in and purchased, which unlocked the capability for me to get the prize car. When you redeem the reward, you guys will click A, you will redeem the reward, then back out. What you guys will notice that after a little bit, when you back into this menu, it'll actually prompt this redeem reward process again, and you guys will get another car completely free. That's pretty much how this works. I'll go ahead and show it now. So I redeemed the car, and then let's say I back out. It'll also say a new car's been added to my garage, so I have 1 right now from this glitch. Just think of this in your mind. Then when I go back in, and let's say I go to another manufacturer, it seems somewhat randomized when it decides to prompt this, but let's say I go change car, I went ahead and looked at my BMW, so I've got 2 of these now. Keep in mind, guys, I had to have 1 of these cars to actually fully unlock the screen, so I've got 1 right now, but this is when the glitch comes into play. So I go in and look at another manufacturer you guys can do this with, which of course, like I said before, is McLaren. So I've got all the McLaren cars ready to go, and then when I actually prompted back into the screen, it actually unlocked the car again. As you guys can see, I didn't even notice it at first, but it actually prompted the screen where I could have got another one there. But now I'm going to go in and do it for McLaren. So McLaren is a fair few millions to get all of them. As you guys can see, when I redeem the reward just like normal, and I go ahead and back out, it'll give me the prompt it's been added to my garage. I go back in, here's my next BMW. It gives me another BMW completely free, and for certain manufacturers it allows you to do this process over and over again. For example, the Ford, a friend of mine was able to do it 5 times. Me, I was able to do it, I think, max 4 times with the Nissan. But you guys can see I now have 3 BMWs. I now have 2 McLaren 720S coupes. I only have 1 extra coupe and 2 extra BMWs at this point. But then after a little bit, when I go back in, it gives me another McLaren. So it seems to prompt this menu. Once you guys go out, change, have a look at your cars, or pretty much just do something briefly, when you go back into that menu, it'll re-prompt this whole process. Now, one thing that is essential you guys need to make sure you're doing is that you're actually doing, as you guys can see, it just played another one. That's the 4th BMW M416 and I have. Now, one thing I was just saying before, you guys need to make sure you buy the cars all in one process. Here's another McLaren. So there you guys have already started profiting those. But basically what I mean is you guys need to do the whole process at once. So when you pick the manufacturer, you need to purchase all the vehicles without actually exiting the car collection screen. This is just some content of me racking up a few rare cars I had to get in order to use this method. As you guys can see, the M4 was a few million, the McLaren was around 7 million, but I can resell them, guys. I'm getting them back for free, so I'm making all that money back. The fair lady Nissan was a few $100,000. And pretty much you guys can just keep redeeming the exact same car again. Here's a video of me doing with Nissan. This one was actually quite expensive, however not as much as I thought, because most of the cars were fairly cheap. A few of them were a couple million credits overall, but overall it was a fairly simple process. Now you guys can see I haven't got that many cars unlocked even in a lot of these manufacturers, and it's still not that difficult to do this with. Like I said, you just might need 1 or 2 rare cars. When I redeem the reward and I go ahead and back out and go up and I'll look at my cars, it'll do the same thing as before, guys. It'll begin to just re-prompt this screen and allow me to get another. So I go right in, it doesn't do it then. So like I said, you need to have a look in your cars or briefly do something, and the next time you guys go in that re-prompting screen, it's going to give you the ability to just straight up redeem the reward exactly again. So I go and look at my Nissans. I now have 2, and I started with 1, of course. This is a free redeem car, so it's not really considered the glitch yet, but when I go back into my car collection screen, it allows me to collect another one. So it seems to allow you to do it for each manufacturer a few times, but that seems to be the capacity of it. But for, like I said, for certain manufacturers like Ford, it worked 5 times. I'm yet to do Ford on my own account, and I have other people who have told me it worked around 5 times, so you guys take it how it is. There could be other manufacturers where it's more profitable, more lucrative to do, where it provides you more reward cars, and I guess we'll figure out that process as time goes. But guys, I recommend capitalizing on this while you can. Like I said, this is a very profitable glitch to do, because not only do you get the rare cars, but you can also resell a lot of these cars for a lot of credits. For example, the McLaren 720S Spider, or 720S Coupe, sorry. Each one of those sells for around 7-8 million credits. If you want to go for cheaper, you can, and they'll sell even faster. So I got 2 McLarens gifted to me at the end of this process, completely free. I could resell those and make 14 million credits, if not more. And considering the fact that it was just a redeeming or a reward process car, it's straightforward. It's definitely worthwhile your guys' time. But that's going to wrap up the video. Like I said, hope you all did enjoy. If you did, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe. And if you guys want to check out Forza Horizon 5 credits on one